And our guest is one of the three wise men from Top Gear. It is, of course, James May.
James May's here! Plus, the music you can hear right now is being whistled by this man live, David Morris, world champion whistler.
He's
So cool, isn't he?
He's incredible.
He's the best.
He's excellent.
James, Christmas shopping, how's it gone for you?
Oh, I haven't done it yet.
Oh, come on.
No, well, petrol stations are open on Christmas Eve.
Oh, no.
Do anything yet? Yeah, I'll do it. I'll do it tomorrow.
It's going to be a quiet one, though, isn't it?
Yes, I'm staying at home for the first time in quite a long time. It's just me and the missus. Sorry, I shouldn't say that in this day and age. Turkey, Christmas carols around the piano.
From tonight?
Yeah, from tonight. See Tiny Tim, all that stuff.
Perfect.
You know, lovely.
Very nice.
Traditional and sweet and just charming.
Very Mayish.
It's very Mayish, yeah. Yeah.
But the Christmas present, James, that you three usually give us slot is the Top Gear Christmas special. But you have some news. It's not in December anymore, is it?
No, we have done a Christmas special, technically. It's not very Christmassy, because I think it's fairly well known now that it takes place in Africa, where it was very hot. And it's not on in December, it's on at the beginning of March. But apart from that, it is the Christmas special.
It was February, but you've moved it back to March, even further away from Christmas.
Yeah, we have moved it a bit for the back because we were worried it was a bit too close to Christmas and people might mistake it for something festive, but it's March.
All right, great photo this week of cavers. Here they are in Somerset celebrating Christmas 200 feet below the earth in a cave called Frozen Deep, the cave we proved was the biggest in Britain earlier this year on this show.
Yes. Now, the question is, can you beat it? Send us pictures of you celebrating Christmas in a strange place, please, and we'll show as many as we can later on.
After our Christmas paper plane challenge, where we try to emulate James's solo Christmas special, which is on Toy Stories.
Yeah. Now, our first film is all about...
It's got to be in your top 5 Christmas songs,
it's
isn't
a brilliant song.
OK, what about Flying Home for Christmas? Look at this picture. Look at that, the boys and the girls home from Afghanistan for Christmas. What a touching sight that is.
That is a good picture, isn't it? Well, James, there may not be a Top Gear Christmas special. Well, there is, but in March. But there is a James May Toy Story special.
There is, yes.
This is the programme, of course, where you relive your childhood, making toys bigger and better.
Yeah, it's a sort of an attempt to investigate certain aspects of popular culture and popular science and technology through the medium of toys. That's the excuse we use for just mucking about for hours on end.
Which toy are you obsessed with for the Christmas special?
Well, it's flying toys, but particularly those things that people of my age would have made back in the 70s. Balsa wood, you know, very simple flying toys that you spent days and, well, months actually sticking together and covering, and then they flew once if you were lucky. And we've revisited that and we've supersized it and we've gone for a record, and we're sort of celebrating the magic of flight, which sort of grips most people at a really early age. And we explain that it isn't magic because it's actually quite simple physics. It's quite easy to understand basic aerodynamics, but then when you actually fly something, of course, it is magic. It's completely magic.
And the thing is, you know, when you're talking about free flight, which is what we're going to see a clip of in a moment or two, you just want it, you urge it to keep going, and your tummy gets more excited the further and further it goes, doesn't it? Yeah,
model aeroplanes are basically sustained by hope, rather than anything that happens in the world of proper classical physics. But
we see a bit of that hope.
Yeah.
Come on, let's have a look.
Here we go. Woo! Look at that.
That's better.
Oh, quarter gust.
Not the greatest of
Something a fence.
It's still flying.
Come on.
That is the best model aeroplane I've ever been involved with. Well, every other one I built only ever got about as far as that little bush over there. And look at that, it's almost out of sight.
Excellent work, James. I mean, it did work out in the end. We won't give the ending away completely, but some things did go wrong, didn't they?
Yeah, virtually everything went wrong. I mean, it's a simple idea. Build a balsa wood glider and fly it. And in some ways, the bigger you build it, the better it is, because it gets closer to being a real aeroplane, and they're obviously better flyers than toys. But, yeah, we had problems with logistics, problems with international politics, problems with electronics, problems with...
the French.
Yes, the French.
Why was the problems with the French? How much can you tell us about that?
Well, I do give a little soliloquy in a rather Shakespearean style on the White Cliffs of Dover, which makes the problem quite clear, I think. But, I mean, it's a...
It was to do with the world record attempt, wasn't it?
Yes, we did want a world record. There is one that exists for a free flight distance by a toy glider, by a basic balsa wood glider. But things like the weather, I mean, this has been a very bad year for filming things in Britain, filming things outdoors.
It has, James.
All the programmes we're going to get over
look at
Christmas
Sheffield.
A bit dreary, aren't they?
Well, everybody watches those in the winter thinking, well, at least we can watch some nice sunny television.
Nope.
But it's not. It's all rain and gales and my wet.
So you were going to
place.
launch this world record attempt from a balloon yourself, but in the end you had to do it from beneath a helicopter.
Yeah. And that gave us another problem as well, because when you launch, well, theoretically, when you launch from a balloon is stationary in the air. Even if the air is moving, obviously the balloon moves with the air, so it's like throwing it out of a window. But if you do it from a helicopter, even if the helicopter's hovering, you've got this massive downdraft from the rotors. There's various risks of the glider ending up flying into the helicopter. So we had to, right at the last minute, just a day and a half before, I had to get Simi, my chief engineer, working on a system for launching it. And we only tested that the day before to see if, and if it hadn't worked, I'm not actually, well, I wouldn't be here talking to you now.
Well, it's all very exciting.
laugh.
And any show that involves you having your own chief engineer, I mean, that's just amazing. Right,
It's like
James,
he actually lives in my house.
James May's Stories, Toy Stories Flight Club, is on this Sunday. Don't miss it, 9:30 BBC Two. It's a great hour of TV.
Yes.
Have 4. Start with 4.
4?
Yeah, just start with
What
4.
about 7, like the Von Trapps?
Deal on 5.
All right. James, tell us about you falling in love during your nativity play.
Oh, I told you that in complete confidence.
Oh, sorry.
No, I had a brown dressing gown, which was the passport to nativity stardom back in the 1960s when I was a boy. So I was a shepherd, and then the following year I was promoted, non-speaking part, to Joseph, where I was allowed to stand with my arm around Jane Young, who was Mary.
And you fell in love with her?
Well, yeah.
You said you fell in love with
I
her?
was 6, Chris.
That's true.
That's okay, though.
Okay.
That's nice.
But it was a lovely moment, yes.
Good. Time now to see how others have interfered. Fiona and Sister Wendy. Now, Phil couldn't be here tonight, but luckily our other former sportsman could. Merry Christmas, you and Thomas!
Hello, Merry Christmas.
Tell us about a blinding Christmas show that's a blast from the past.
A blast from the past indeed. Superstars is coming back. This is an Olympic special.
Yes.
So the top 16 Olympians, you're talking the likes of Mo Farah, Anthony Joshua, Nicola Adams, all our great sportsmen and women from this summer who were still fit at the time. That's the key. Back in the day, Superstars was for the retired sportsmen or sportswomen. This is people at the height of their fitness right now. Loads of events they're not used to, the likes of kayaking, archery, the dreaded gym tests. It's worth tuning in just to see Mo Farah in a kayak.
Really?
Literally, a search party had to be sent out for him. It was
Unlike
amazing.
when he tried archery, which he was brilliant at, wasn't he?
He showed his nerve there. I mean, that's someone who obviously can hold his nerve when it matters. And doing something like archery, which obviously I doubt he trained for it.
Banging.
And let me tell you, where that was filmed, there was so much pressure. All the crowd were there watching, and he, above everybody, just kept his nerve. But I can't tell you who won overall.
Oh, come on.
I can't.
imagine.
It was so competitive.
All right, what about the Brownlee brothers? They were interesting, weren't they? Always are.
Crazy boys. The night before filming, I turn up, and they're off on a 15-mile run. And then when they finish the dreaded gym test, this is a minute of dips and squat thrusts. Everyone's on the floor saying, where's the bus? Take me back to the hotel. Alistair Brownlee ran 12 miles to meet us all in the bar.
No.
And that's why he's an Olympic champion. And I think that's the spirit of Superstars. Everybody who took part wanted to win. Although they pretend it was a bit of fun and, oh, I've never done kayaking, when the starter's pistol went, everybody was very competitive.
OK, well, we were very competitive earlier, weren't we? Because we decided to combine A1 Superstars with James's obsession with planes. And we had a paper plane Superstars competition.
Yes.
OK, here's what happened.
OK, there's our planes. James and I made ours ourselves, didn't we, James?
Yes, we did.
Oh, there's mine going.
Pretty good.
It was
pretty good.
further than I thought.
More of a dart than a plane. Did I show a bit of belly then?
Yeah, a little bit.
No.
But yours went backwards.
Ewan's was better than most occasions he tried. But look at this guy. Look at
this.
Look at this.
Look at
Look at
It's still going.
this. Book your flights now, kids. Sounded right, Maestro won. Leaderboard. OK. 4th, Ewan Thomas. 3rd, Alex.
Hang on a minute.
2nd, moi. And in 1st place, yes, King Plane, James May.
Well done, James.
You relieved, James?
Yes.
And we have a paper plane Superstars trophy for you.
Thank you very much. I have
Isn't
been
that
working
nice?
on it for 40 years. So
Thank
I feel
you.
a bit fraudulent, but thank
All
you very
right,
much.
your
It's wonderful.
Christmas is in strange places. Thanks so much for these. This is on, Ewan.
Saturday the 29th, 6:45, BBC One.
OK, but that's not your only Christmas outing on the telly, is it?
No, that scares me, that last picture, because I'm actually going to be in the sea on Exmouth Beach on Christmas Day.
Explain this
Live?
now.
Live. They do every Christmas. Loads of the locals, the crazy nutters, they run into the water. I'm doing that in Speedos, I'll add, so I'll apologise, Mum, for that. And then I'm going to be cooking for all the lifeguards and so forth. It's part of Gordon Ramsay's cook-along. So it'll be good.
Live on Christmas Day?
Live on Christmas Day, I'm cooking and swimming.
Good.
I see. Very nice.
All right, happy Christmas, James.
Yes.
Happy Christmas to
Nice
you.
to
Thank
see
you.
both. Thanks for coming in.
Whistling champion David Morris, where will you be celebrating Christmas, my friend?
Cross Saddleworth, Chris, with wife Helen and son and daughter Stephen Ellison.
Perfect. All right, OK. David, for those of us who aren't as good as whistling at you as you are, any tips?
That's nobody.
Any tips? Oh, plenty of breath all the time. High notes, tongue high in the mouth. Low notes, tongue down there.
No way. There you go.
Excellent. Thank you, David, for coming in. So this is our last show before Christmas.
I know.
Oh, we'd like to wish you all a very Merry Christmas and a very Happy New Year.
Watch out for the One Show on Ice on Friday the 28th of December at 7:30 on BBC One. Basically, Matt, me and Alex trying to stay upright whilst introducing highlights from the past year.
Yeah, it's carnage. Whistling us out from David Morris's Christmas whistling album is Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas, and we will see you in January.
Ta-da.
Merry Christmas.
Be safe, everyone.
Bye.